Hello, I'm Chris. Welcome back to my reading corner. Just finished some studying, so I thought I'd get this video out before tomorrow, and then I can do my usual Friday catch up, Friday reads. I'm now on a book buying ban officially, but I do have I've got a book haul and a library haul, so I'm going to work through the books I bought and then the library haul. So yeah, these are the last books I'm buying now for... Well, actually, this is a lie. The reason I bought a few books, there's a couple of caveats to that sort of thing. So, but with the books I've bought, this stack here, I'm actually going to... If I don't read the book by the end of the year, I have to get rid of it. I have to own all these books. So, although... I'm going to add a caveat to that, because also there's some books that I can't read because it's a series, which are the first books I'll show you. So I'm going to show you them first, and then we're going to work my way through the books. And then I've also, like I said, worked through the library books. Although I have realised now I'm filming, I'm actually missing one. So, but I know what that is, so it's not like I don't know. So anyway, without further ado, the first book I've got is Goosebumps number 2, Say Cheese and Die. I used to read these when I was a kid. I got the first one. I think the first one was Welcome to Dead House, and I read that. I think in about a day. So I thought. So I've got number 2 in the Goosebumps series. So that's that one. I'm not going to say what they're about because it's just Goosebumps, and everyone knows what Goosebumps. So that's Goosebumps: The Curse of the Mummy's Tomb. That's actually number 4. So I think I'm missing. These are the editions I used to have, that's why I wanted these ones. Stay Out of the Basement, and the next one, so that's that. And then I'm missing number 5, which is Monster Blood, so I need to get that. So, but I can read Say Cheese and Die now because I've read the first one. This is Let's Get Invisible. This is number 6, so like I said, I'm missing 3 and 5 so far. But yeah, Goosebumps number 1. I've got 1, 2, 4, 6, and also 7, which is Night of the Living Dummy. Yeah. So this one, 7, and then I think the next one is The Girl Who Cried Monster. So yeah, like I said, I've probably read all these. I just wanted to reread them and collect them, just because nostalgia, really. And they're quite well. I mean, I think I paid about £7 for those. I know it's a bit expensive, but that's including postage, and I think they were maybe £7 each. So, well, £7 each, £7 for the lot. So I didn't think that was too bad. I was hoping I think they had 3, and I put a bid on 3. So I was trying to get 3, 4, and then missing 5. But yeah, I'll read them at some point. They're all, like I say, 100. I think they're all about 100 pages. It's not going to take too long, and not exactly like the most. There are kids' books, and not exactly like hard reads, but yeah, fun reads though. Like I said, I remember watching the series and reading the books when I was a kid. So yeah, and also I got from eBay. I also got those from eBay. This is also from eBay. This is Richard Matheson, I Am Legend. I wanted to read this for a while. I'm guessing most people know this book by now. I don't think I've not watched the movie. So yeah, I'm going to read this before I watch the movie. Depending on how the book is. If I enjoy the book, sometimes I struggle to watch the movie. Like I really like The Road by Cormac McCarthy, but I've not watched the movie yet. So yeah, we'll see how we get on with that anyway. I kind of just fancy treating myself with some Christmas money I had, and I was like, well, this is going to be my last haul. Although I have 2 more books coming, and that's partly because of the reason I got this book. So I got Pulp by Charles Bukowski. Charles Bukowski is one of my favourite authors. That's becoming more so as I'm reading his Hot Water Music. With this book, the reason I bought this book is because I've done 5 years service at my works, and you get a voucher for £50. So I'm waiting on 2 books, both by the same author, and I've also done another Corona Sammy's Dad order. So when those two come and that comes, I'll then do another book haul with those. But that will be my last one for a while because, yeah, I want to reduce, like I say, this pile. Corona Sevenstead, I'm trying to read one a month, but this pile definitely has to go. I mean, Bukowski should just go, but anyway. But it's this selection here that might take a while longer. This is The Janissary Tree by Jason Goodwin. I'm not talking about what's on the back here, I'm just because I want just this to be a quick video because I've just finished studying and I want a bit of chill time. But yeah, so Janissary Tree, this was just a random find and it was free, so I was like, grabbed it. And then the next one was, I'm missing 2 books. So I got, there was 3 for a £5 at a local antique shop, and J.G. Ballard, Super Cans was one of them, and also Stephen Hawking by Kitty something, and then also His Bloody Project by Graham McCrae Burnett, so that they were a £5 for those. Then I went in a charity shop the other day, naughtily, so I was trying to Subway and there was a charity shop next door to Subway, and I decided to nip in on a whim and but didn't realise that it was 4 for £1. So I kind of picked up 2, 3, and then kind of had to get a 4th, because why not? Because otherwise it'd been £3. So I got, because somebody mentioned this to me and I really wanted to read it, and hopefully we can do a buddy read with this. That's Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. So that's on my radar this year. And then also I got another Ian Banks, Complicity. The problem is with this one is I kind of want to read his books in order. Not necessarily, I don't have any of his Phoebus novels, but I have Wasp Factory, Walking on Glass, and this. But like I say, because I started with Wasp Factory, I want to read them in publication order, really, with for Ian Banks, but we'll see. Also, I got Dan Brown, Digital Fortress. I fancied this because I do like Dan Brown's writing. I probably have, to be honest with you, I was reading these when I was at my previous job. I'm not sure what I read, or whether I read Deception Point and this or not. But I think this and Deception Point is all standalones. But I do have his Robert Langdon series upstairs that I need to read. Finally, another one. This is the last one from the charity shop. This was, I am trying to get into more thrillers and crime and stuff. It's a genre I don't really have much of. This is The Dinosaur Feather by Cecil Joe Gazan or something. It's a Danish crime novel of the decade. So that looks really good. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. That's probably something I want to read sooner rather than later. But I am, like I say, I've got quite a stack there to go through. That's the stack. I'll see if I can pick them up. So quite a stack really to get through for the end of the year. But then really the Goosebumps books, I Am Legend and Pulp, I don't envision any problem reading those apart from having to get the ones in the middle, in between the novels. Let's move you over a bit while I just... So then I'm going to quickly go through my library books in the same quick fire kind of way. I don't want to take too much time because I'm not sure what I'm going to be reading. Well, I know what I'm reading at the minute, but I'm probably do that tomorrow when I see how far into the novel I'm reading, as well as if I pick up the other things I'm planning on reading. Anyway, we'll get on with the library books now. So I'm not sure if I'm going to get to these or not, but I thought I'd show them off anyway. So this is Slow Days, Fast Company, The World, the Flesh and LA by Eve Babbitt. This looks quite fun. It's only thin as well, so it shouldn't take too long. But it sounds quite interesting. Yeah, Eve Babbitt. I think there's another book, something and something. I think, well, it's Babbitt and I think some other person. Didion or something. Babbitt and Didion or something. Anyway, that sounds interesting. Looking forward to reading that. I'm not sure, well, I'm looking forward to reading that. I'm not sure I'm going to get to these because I have so much to read. I'm just trying to kind of see what's renewing and what's reserved and stuff like that. I've got The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. I do have a novel of Ernest Hemingway, but I can't tell you what it is. I think it's Farewell to Arms, but I'm not. Yeah, Farewell to Arms. So yeah, but this is only short again. That's probably about 200 pages. That's probably about 100. So I'll probably try and get to that, both of those if I can. Next one, we have Natasha Brown's Assembly. I really like that cover. But this looks interesting. Again, only a short one, but this is actually due back at the end of January. So I think if I can't read that by the end of January, there's something wrong. So I plan on reading that. This next one is due back on the 23rd of January. So I think I'm going to have to try and get to this one as soon as I can. Which, to be honest, somebody recommended this and my library got it in for me. So if I don't read it, I know it's on reserve, so somebody else will read it, but I want to read it. So I'm going to read that. Then I've got one I've had before, The Crown of Lot 49 by Thomas Pynchon. I really want to read that. I want to get into Pynchon. I want to save that one to last because I've been desperate to read that for a while. So this is A Sympathiser again. I've shown this one before. I really want to read this one, so I'm going to have to get on with that. Like I said, I just think at the minute, I'll come back to that in a minute, what I'm thinking. Art since 1960, I've had this before, well, I've borrowed this a few times and I really want to read it. And let's see. It's got like artwork as well as written stuff, so that looks quite interesting, really. So that's that, and then The Restaurant of Lost City, The Restaurant of Lost Recipes by Ishiwa Kashiwa. I think that's pronounced right. I'm not sure, but this is number 2. I want to try and read this month. Wait. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. And then, okay. And then also, last 2 now. I do have, this was reading by Paul Harding. I read Tinkers the other week, the end of the year. So yeah, this is one of his other novels. I think he's done 2 or 3. I think it's 3. Tinkers in On and this one. So yeah, I look forward to that. And then I've got The Librarianist by Patrick DeWitt. I think this was on, I don't want to say his name in case it's wrong, but I think I want to say Johnny Keane's channel. So yeah, and then also finally, I've got Lord of the Flies as well, which I don't have with me currently. I thought it was in this stack and it's not. But yeah, so that's the only one I'm missing. And then the final one I really want to read because I read Stoner last year and I read it twice, fairly quick succession. So this is Butcher's Crossing by John Williams. I'm not sure how many other books he's done. Nothing But the Nightstone and Augustus and Butcher's Crossing. So if I read Butcher's Crossing, I've got 2 more. But I do want to buy these. I do want to buy Butcher's Crossing and Stoner, but I think for now, while it's on order, I'll wait. So that's that. So out of these library books, I think the first thing, well, let's go that way. No, let's go that way. So I think next I'm going to read, I'm currently reading a novel, but like I say, I'll go through that tomorrow. That's going to be my next library book read. And also, which is Golden Age by Wang Xiaobi. I'm not sure how you pronounce his last name, but that came highly recommended. The Restaurant of Lost Recipes, I really want to read. I read the first one, so I'm looking forward to reading that, and I think it'll be a cosy read. And then also Assembly, just because Assembly and Golden Age are due back, so I can read those. Then that's 3 books that can go back. I forgot what I was saying now, but yeah, the rest I'm going to see how I get on. But like Art since 1960, I think I want to try and maybe read a couple of, like a chapter or two at weekend, I'll see. But I've not done my weekend reads yet. I've not really pinpointed exactly what I want to read yet. I've just kind of picked library books. Like I said, that stack's quite high for the purchase books, as well as what I've got coming from Corona Samistat, as well as the 2 books from my voucher that I used on books. Because I thought I'd treat myself, you know. Like I said, it's the last book haul for a while. Just because I want to get this 200 books read, and like I say, anything that doesn't get read, he's going to get rid of. I feel like Complicity is probably the only book I won't stick to that with, just because I want to be able to read Ian Banks in publication order. I do fancy rereading Wasp Factory as well, because I kept thinking about that. I keep thinking about it. Didn't really enjoy it, but feel like there's more to it than what I'm seeing at the minute. So I feel like, and it's not a long novel, so it's one I want to reread. So yeah, that's the only one I'm probably like saying, actually, I'll keep that one. But the rest, definitely gonna... Well, I've got a couple I want to read this year anyway. So, and Project Hail Mary I want to read this year. So it's more the Dan Brown, the Dinosaur Feather, and Super Cans that I think I'll struggle with, and the Janissary Tree. The rest I'm expecting to get through this year. But that's that. That's a book haul. I'll be back tomorrow with my Friday reads, weekend reads, and then I'm going to see... Well, I think I'm not sure what day, 17th tomorrow, so it's like halfway through the month, probably a bit, over halfway through the month, so I think it'd be a good idea to pinpoint what I want to read for the end of the month as well tomorrow, and see what I fancy. So far, I've got a few books on the go. I want to continue on with those, and I'll see where I am after that, really, because I've got enough to read this month. I've got plenty. Although it says I'm behind on my Goodreads goal already, even though I've read 5 books. Maybe I buy 2 books, but then I thought, well, actually, technically I'm reading 2 books that I'm making progress in. Every time I pick it up, I'm making progress in both. So really, that I class that as my 2, and then obviously I'm not. Anyway, I'll catch up with I'll catch up with Friday reads tomorrow anyway. But yeah, it's just me library haul, book haul, and then I'll do another book haul before when everything arrives that I'm waiting for. So 2 books I'm waiting for. One from Waterstones, one from Amazon, and then Corona Stat. So once they come in, I'll show them, and I'll show the other 2 that I was missing from the Stephen Hawking one and the other one, and Lord of the Flies if I've not read it. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.